12th and 13th centuries, when universities first began to form. The baccalaureate degree was recognized with its premier ceremony at England's Oxford University in 1432. And over 200 years later, in 1642, Harvard became the first college in America to hold a commencement ceremony. Clerical attire was the typical dress of scholars, whether students or teachers during those medieval times. Long gowns provided the necessary warmth in unheated buildings. Hoods as head coverings were also suited for the purpose of resisting the cold. The Celts and their priests, the Druids, indicated the wearing of hoods to distinguish a level of training. Only the Druids wore mantles which attached hoods to mark their superiority within society. Of course, the giving of hoods is now an important part of our graduation ceremonies. Hoods serve to communicate the individual's school, degree, and field of study through their varied length and the colors of the lining and binding. The hoods we use today have evolved a great deal since the time of the Middle Ages. No longer a serviceable article of clothing, they are now elongated scarves draped over the shoulders and displayed down the back with the lining turned inside out. They are rich with meaning, symbolizing authority, prestige, and the identification of the new graduate's institution and the degree being awarded. Although the hood is most always black in color, the lengths, edges, and linings have individual significance. For example, a master's degree hood is bestowed with a length of 3.5 feet, and a 4-foot length denotes a doctoral recipient. The color of the hood's lining identifies the institution conferring the degree. Husson University's colors of green and gold are indicated on our graduates' hoods. The velvet trim on the hood is indicative of the scholar's field of study. Earning a graduate degree is a tremendous accomplishment. In the United States, only 14% of people hold an advanced degree. In Maine, only 7.4% of people have earned a master's degree, and currently only 1.3% earned a doctoral degree in our state. You represent an accomplished group of scholars in your field who have been dedicated to pursuing a graduate degree as a platform for advancing your career opportunities and expanding your professional network. It hardly seems possible that 35 years ago I was sitting where you are now at Johns Hopkins University. I still remember how relieved I was to have finished my comprehensive exams and the pride I felt walking across stage that evening. I hope you too will cherish this moment. As I was considering a few thoughts to share with you this evening, I found myself reflecting on nuggets of knowledge I wished I better understood when I was in your seat. The most important one that stands the test of time: kindness, ethics, and empathy matter in every element of your life. As you pursue your careers at a time where AI is predicted to fundamentally reshape over 50% of the workforce by automating tasks, augmenting human capacity, and creating new jobs, kindness, ethics, and empathy will become more essential than ever. These qualities will impact your interactions with your family, your friends, and your future careers. Your ability to act and lead with kindness, provide ethical oversight, and instill empathy will set you apart as somebody with good character. Likewise, the ability to maintain a consistent professional presence in the workplace is a tremendous asset, and in the era of AI, the human element will become increasingly an important differential in the workplace. The second piece of advice I share with each of you is to seek out strong mentors, people you admire and respect throughout your career. Throughout my life, I've used this strategy of asking 3 trusted advisors their opinion anytime I'm making a challenging professional or personal decision. I remember clearly calling these 3 mentors when I was invited by President William Beardsley over 20 years ago to consider the position of Dean of the School of Education at Husson University. All 3 of my mentors encouraged me to pursue the opportunity. I'm grateful I listened to their advice and did not pass up such a tremendously rewarding career trajectory. My 3rd piece of advice is to know that life is filled with obstacles that will, at times, derail you. When faced with these challenges, do not give up. Every obstacle is an opportunity. Learn from the challenges, and if you err, learn from those mistakes. President Theodore Roosevelt once said, "It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of a deed could have done better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, who strives valiantly, who errs and comes up short, who at best knows that in the end, the triumph of high achievement, and who at worst knows if he failed, at least he failed daring greatly." Throughout your career, you will be faced with more obstacles. How you respond to those challenges will set the tone for your life and your professional reputation. Reach out to those trusted mentors. Ask for advice. The resilience you now possess will help you navigate obstacles and find solutions to new challenges that will continue to come your way. My final piece of advice is to always be committed to being the best version of yourself. When you do, practice patience, ethics, and empathy. When you're optimistic, when you develop strong relationships with mentors you respect, when you push through challenging times, and when you're open to opportunities as they arise, you're doing just that. Remember that in every day and in every interaction, you get to decide who you want to be and what you're willing to stand for professionally. Make sure to consistently choose the best version of yourself. One of my greatest teachers was my dad. He was a quiet man of few words and deep faith. He exemplified tremendous character, humility, and an impressive dedication to his family. My father died a few years ago, but before he passed away, he wrote me a letter. It's one of my most cherished belongings. Toward the end of this letter, my dad said if he could leave me with one piece of advice, it would be to always keep expressing kindness and love, to always keep living and leading with such a positive presence that people sense it within you every day. I share his advice with you as well. Graduates, you are remarkable. Know that you can achieve far more than you believe possible. I stand here before you as proof. I certainly never imagined early in my career that someday I would become the first female president and CEO of Husson University. So tonight, as you walk across the stage and receive your hood from the provost and your dean, take in this moment so that you will remember it always. You are surrounded by friends and family who love you, by other students, many who have been your friends for years, as well as the faculty who have taught you and the coaches and staff who have supported your success. With your advanced education, you will guide our communities, state, and nation to greater heights. You are our leaders of tomorrow, and we are confident that you will soar like eagles throughout your career. Congratulations.
Good evening and welcome. It's a true joy to gather together for this meaningful celebration. My name is the Reverend Dr. Gail Janiskevich, and I'm honored to serve the Husson University community as chaplain. Tonight, we come together to honor the dedication, perseverance, and accomplishments of our doctoral and master's graduates. I invite you now to join me in a moment of reflection and prayer in the way that is most meaningful to you. Heavenly Father, source of wisdom and life, we pause in gratitude for this moment. We give thanks for the strength, resilience, and determination that have brought these graduates to this important milestone. Through long days, late nights, sacrifice, and hope, they have reached this moment of celebration. We are mindful of the many people whose encouragement and support helped make this achievement possible. Family members, friends, mentors, faculty, and community partners. May they be honored and blessed for the role they have played in shaping and supporting these graduates. As these students step forward into new chapters of their lives, may they carry with them not only knowledge, but compassion, not only skill, but wisdom, not only ambition, but integrity. May they seek truth, act with kindness, and contribute meaningfully to the communities they serve. May their work bring healing, justice, and positive change to the world. In moments of uncertainty, grant them clarity. In moments of challenge, grant them courage. In moments of success, grant them humility. May their lives be guided by purpose, and may they continue to grow in wisdom and service. We celebrate not only what's been accomplished, but the promise of what is yet to come. And as we prepare to celebrate the conferring of hoods, may peace surround you, purpose sustain you, and hope lead you forward. May you go from this place with confidence in your abilities, gratitude for those who have walked with you, and a commitment to use your gifts for the good of others. And may your future be filled with meaning, and your work with purpose, and your life with compassion. Amen.
At this time, I am honored to bestow a special award that has been part of this ceremony for years. The Chesley H. Husson Senior Award recognizes one individual from the greater community who embodies the conviction of Husson's namesake and the qualities he held most dear, character and humility. Born into humble surroundings, Chesley Husson understood from an early age that higher education was transformational. He worked hard to earn his degree in teacher education and went on to be a teacher and coach at the Maine School of Commerce in Bangor. But Chesley Husson saw opportunity, which led him to purchase the school where he was named principal. The institution became Husson College in 1947 and Husson University in 2008. Our university is Mr. Husson's legacy, founded and maintained on the educational principles he believed in: academic integrity, experiential learning, and service to the larger community. Our students in the audience have benefited from the intensive, practical, professional, experience-based education that Chesley Husson envisioned. I am honored, on behalf of the Husson trustees, administration, faculty, coaches, and staff, to award the 2026 Chesley H. Husson Senior Award to someone who has helped bring opportunities like this to our students as well, Dan Cashman. I first met Dan Cashman last year as he prepared to film the last episodes of The Night Show in Husson's Gracie Theater. He is an accomplished individual with a great sense of humor, and Husson has long valued his close collaboration with the New England School of Communications throughout the show's 15-year run and beyond. Dan, I want you to know how grateful we are for the time you've devoted to our students, the experiential learning opportunities you've provided over the years, and the collaboration you've shown with Husson University. Your decision to invite the NESCOM faculty, staff, and students to participate in the night show created extraordinary opportunities for our audio and video students to engage in real-life television production. Dan is an Old Town native who has spent nearly his entire life in Eastern Maine. He first created The Night Show, a Maine-based late-night television talk show in 1997, laying the foundation for what would become a landmark program in Maine broadcasting. When the show returned to the air in 2010, he partnered with NESCOM, beginning a collaboration that would expand the next 15 years and beyond. During those years, the show's crew was composed entirely of NESCOM students, staff, and faculty, providing hundreds of students with hands-on, real-life experience in professional TV production. Over the years, the night show welcomed noteworthy guests from around the country, including Patrick Dempsey, Bill Green, Ed Asner, and David Letterman. The show concluded its remarkable 15-year run in 2025. Dan is a graduate of the University of Maine, where he earned his degree in mass communications in 2000. He went on to intern with MSNBC and WFAN Radio in New York, and spent 6 years working in radio before serving as the Assistant Press Secretary for Maine Governor John Baldacci. In 2009, Dan left state government to start a small business in Bangor. Today, he is the Public Relations Director for Sutherland Weston and the co-founder and president of Derigo Reads, a nonprofit dedicated to providing free books to first graders throughout Maine. A proud father of two, a lifelong Mainer, Dan Cashman's career reflects a lasting commitment to storytelling, education, and community, values that closely align with the spirit of the Chesley H. Husson Senior Award. Congratulations, Dan.
Thank you. Good evening, President Koyogan, members of the Board of Trustees, distinguished faculty, honored guests, proud family and friends, and most importantly, those of you here tonight earning your master's and doctoral degrees from Husson University. Thank you for the opportunity to be with you on this special day. Receiving this honorary doctoral degree from Husson University means a great deal to me, so much so that after tonight's ceremony, I'll be in the lobby performing honorary appendectomies for anybody who needs one, for a small fee. But in all seriousness, I am honored to receive the Chesley Husson Award. I'll be brief so we can focus on the achievements of the people we're really here to honor, the graduates, but I just need to say something. Husson University is a unique, special place and an absolute gem of an institution. I've been fortunate enough to work with not only faculty, staff, and administration at Husson for a little more than 15 years, but also with hundreds of students. We produced a weekly television show that President Koyogan talked about called The Night Show. At times, this show was high pressure, requiring not just critical thinking, but immediate thinking to make the best decisions instinctively and create great television. The hands-on experience that was afforded to students here could only be successful if given the proper guidance and education to understand the complexities of television production with live music, spontaneous interviews, improv, and scripted comedy. And successful it was. Students, faculty, and staff made the night show look and sound as good as the national late-night talk shows, even if the host didn't. And it's not just me saying that. The show earned 16 New England Emmy nominations. It earned the first Arts and Culture Award from the Bangor Region Chamber of Commerce and 2 National Telly Awards of Excellence in Entertainment Television, because in large part of the work done by people here at Husson University. And almost 1 year ago to this day, right across the lawn at the Gracie Theater, the greatest late-night talk show host of our generation was there as our final guest because of the work done by people here at Husson University. Quote, "This is a fantastic operation," David Letterman said on the show while looking around at the students working on it. Quote, "This is so reminiscent of what we had in the Ed Sullivan Theater," he continued. Because of the work of students, faculty, and staff at Husson University, David Letterman showed up and he was impressed. He found out what we already knew. Husson is a special place. My association with this school started with a pipe dream in my basement that turned into a dream come true. I've never been more proud to be associated with a higher education institution, and receiving this award today is, to say the least, humbling. Congratulations to each and every one of you that are here tonight. The work you have done to get to this point is to be commended and celebrated, and I guarantee you, the people who helped guide you here are proud of you beyond words. And speaking of pride, I hope you have the same sense of pride in your association with Husson University as I do. And don't forget, mention this speech and you'll get 50% off those honorary appendectomies in the lobby. Thank you very much.
My name is Victor Brown, and it is a privilege to serve as the Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost at Husson University. It is with great pleasure that we now begin the hooding of our graduates. The candidates for master's and doctoral degrees are hereby recognized as having completed the course of study required for the degree in their programs of their choice. They come properly recommended by the faculty and duly approved by the administration.
In accordance with long-standing academic traditions, Husson University presents each of you with your academic hood to signify your significant achievement. In testimony of this, you will now come forward as your name is called and receive your hood.
We will begin with the doctoral hooding. I recognize Assistant Professor of the School of Physical Therapy, Michelle Slike.
Chairman Hutchins, President Koyogan, Provost Brown, and Dean Arnett, we are pleased to present the candidates for doctoral hooding in the School of Physical Therapy. Emma Esperanza Abbott. Prentice A. Archuleta. Marlon Gabriel D. Bernardo. Kira Jane Bromley. Alexander Matthew Bryant. Aiden J. Crone. Braden L. Jeffrey Dick. Michaela E. Fishburne. Zachary T. Grant. Tara Gravitt. Andrew Michael Gumprecht. Emily Rebecca Hinckley. Ellie R. Holfelder. Jaden L. Holmes. Hayden C. Hunter. Max Dugan Lombardo. Katrina Maria McSimic. Olivia Faith McCarty. Victoria R. Meeker. Cameron M. Miles. Haeso Jadmil Asuna. Emily J. Piper. Brianna Lynn Poirier. Jessica C. Pomerlo. Michaela Mackenzie Porter. Tyler Joseph Prue. Mitchell John Reynolds. Sierra C. Richardson. Lindsay Ruth Russell. Kaylee Hannah Saucier. Cassandra M. Wells. Alexis Marie Williams. Madison Ray Ziegler. pleased to share that our final students have earned both a DPT and an MBA degree. Lindsay Rebecca Cody. Akira R. Warren.
It is with great pleasure that now we turn to the Master's Husten. I recognize Associate Professor Lise Baronis from the College of Business.
Chairman Hutchins, President Koyogan, Provost Brown, and Dean Hanson, we are pleased to present the candidates for Master's Husten in the School of Business and Management. Ryan James Baker. Chloe L. Baker. Lexi Joe Barker. I'm watching your hand. Chesley R. Barney. Mariah Ann Bono. Megan Rose Buttermeyer.
She said you can leave out the middle name. She said you can leave out the middle name.
Alyssa Chamberlain Kanan. Michael Wayne Clark. Joanna Marie Clark. Jordan J. Clavette. Richard Lewis Cromwell. Morgan Marie Sear. Liam Andrew Duran. Mabel Jolene Eames. Ashley Marion Emerson. Crystal Emerson.
Last name is pronounced Tiger, right?
Yes, sir. Colby G. Emily. Daniel A. Feigl. Nathan John Furlings. Megan Louise Fletcher. Anna Denise Gawacki. Brittany Hobbs. James D. Jean-Jacques. Jacob Cyril Keller.
Her middle name is Faith. Her middle name is Faith.
Brooklyn Faith Kelly. Dylan R. Kissinger. Addison Jennifer Wesley. Lindsay LeBlanc. Mara Rachel McMillan. Jordan D. Malenfant. Ryan Stephen Martin. Leonard Joseph Martin III. Leila J. Martinez. Elise R. McCullough. Liam Allen McGinley. Kiara Marie McLeod. Chase McPherson. Megan Miller. Alex James Moreau Bowman. Jacob Charles Musgrove. Cameron Aaron Neal. Ryan Arthur Penny. Abigail Poole. Alexa A. Richards. Cassie Schulter. Sebastian Schwartz. Jeremy Ryan Stone. Kate G. Titterell. Aaron Rohan Toomey. Rodney J. Verrill. Mark Robert Warner. Blake Williams. Adam James Woods.
Our recognized Assistant Professor of the School of Legal Studies, John Michaud.
Chairman Hutchins, President Koyogan, Provost Brown, and Dean Hanson. We're pleased to present the candidates for Master's Hooding in the School of Legal Studies. Autumn Rose Barry. Grace Mary Bador. Haley Renee Calder. Katrina Christensen. Gage Kristen Crabtree. No. Angelina Marie Caruco. Colby B. Davis. Tessa Elizabeth DiMaggio. Hannah E. Dooley. Autumn S. Hayes. Abigail Erin Hogan. Logan Renee Herbert Longley. Carson Ray Markovich. Margaret Elizabeth Crocker Nevin. Lindsay Grace Perrier. Megan Elizabeth Robinson. Hope Elizabeth Royal. Kara Alexis Rutledge. Caitlin N. Sheppes. Lucy Mai Stone. Morgan A. Tainter. Sarun Tiger Shelby Shannon Williamson. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I recognize Associate Professor Alicia Murray from the College of Health.
Chairman Hutchins, President Koyogan, Provost Brown, and Dean Arnett. We are pleased to present the candidates for the Master's Hooding in the School of Nursing. Sydney C. Audette. Logan Bassford. Mandy Lynn Bracy. Sydney Townsend Campbell. Forrest Taylor Cornell. Cassidy G. Cox. Haley Allison Damasio. Stacy L. Dill. Chelsea Marie Dunton. Omosefi Sylvia Enriquez. Darcy R. Frazier. Abigail Lynn Green. Jennifer Lynn Grell. Valerie Hart. Nicole Lynn Jones. Katie L. Keating.
That's how it's pronounced.
Whitney Ann Larry. Miranda Manzo. Emily A. Marine. Haley Matthews. Natalie Marie Mayo. Lindsay Nason. Kara Page Price. Janelle Carlo Schrader. Augusta Hasha Cisse. Kiera Rose Shane. Bernard Walker. Valerie Lee Ward.
I recognize the Associate Professor Kimberly Davis from the School of Occupational Therapy.
Chairman Hutchins, President Koyogan, Provost Brown, and Dean Arnett, we are pleased to present the candidates for Masters of Hooding in the School of Occupational Therapy. Margaret Shaw Austin. Gabrielle Ann Barron. Madeline Rose Benoit. Isabel Delaney Bicknell. Naomi Catherine Jean Byland.
That's my sister! My girl!
Amy Ruth Garrettson. Maisie Brooke Gerza. Hannah Ellen Lee. Hannah Mae Nicely.
I recognize Associate Professor Erin Owen.
Chairman Hutchins, President Koyogan, and Provost Brown, we are pleased to present the candidates for Master's Hooding in the College of Science and Humanities. Nora Devaney.
Is it Arlene? Arlene or Caroline?
Haley Erlene Carey. Monica Ann Davis. Rowan Eleanor Kelf Heitzman.
I recognize Professor Deb Drew from the School of Education.
Chairman Hutchins, President Koyogan, and Provost Brown, I am pleased to present the candidates for Masters of Hooding in the School of Education. Jessica Taryn Karikoff. Krista N. Constant. Isabel Mary Jackson. Zachary N. Sanders. Anna Veronica Smith. Kylie Torridson. Jenny Dalrymple. Emily C. Alber. Emily Marie Canavan. Zane Edward Bordeaux Fitzsimmons. Brooke B. Gariepi. Michaela Jean Christine Miller. Alexander Thomas Smith. I am pleased to share that our final students have earned a master's in both clinical mental health counseling and school counseling degrees. Jenna Sierra Breyer Norton. Jessica, whoops, okay. Jessica Colanette Norwood Seavey.
Before we close our graduate hooding ceremony, I would like to take a moment and recognize our Marshal, Dr. Ben Sidaway, who is retiring this year. After 30 years of service to Husson University. Dr. Sidaway is a founding member of our School of Physical Therapy and is the Geneva S. Allen Endowed Professor in Health Science. Over the course of his career, Dr. Sidaway has built an internationally recognized research portfolio in motor control, motor learning, and biomechanics with more than 100 peer-reviewed publications. His work has advanced clinical practice, particularly in improving mobility and the quality of life for older adults and individuals with Parkinson's disease. In addition, Dr. Sidaway's research has secured significant external funding through competitive grants and interdisciplinary collaborations. As a professor, he has influenced generations of students through his passion for learning and his commitment to excellence. Ben, thank you for your remarkable contributions to Husson University and to the profession of physical therapy. Congratulations on your well-deserved retirement. Graduates, it has been our privilege to teach you and to celebrate with you. We cannot wait to see all that you will accomplish as you move forward in your professional careers and continue to soar to new heights. Thank you for joining us this evening, and we look forward to honoring you again tomorrow morning at the Cross Center during our 127th graduation ceremony. Please remain seated until the stage party and graduates leave the auditorium. Thank you.